Sustainable home design, specifically permaculture design, is a set of systems for living in harmony with the environment. It is an integrated plan that safely maintains the integrity and health of the land on which the home is built, the structures themselves, as well as the food, fuel, and waste systems within those structures. Sustainable design includes the production of food, the collection and storing of water, the production of energy, and clean waste management systems, all of which are required for healthy living. It is a nurturing home and land design that actually conserves and creates the products that meet the needs of the dweller. We also benefit from living in a non-toxic home that is designed to use less energy and in many cases produce more energy than we need, allowing us to store it for future use. There are many green technologies that can be incorporated into landscape and structural designs. Energy-producing solar panels, wind turbines, solar-heated hot water systems, safe rainwater ponds, underground water tanks, spring and surface water collection, and clean water filtration processes for stored water and wastewater. Homes can be running on independent energy sources that are never affected by the large or fragile energy grid. This energy independence will also greatly reduce the cost of living. I would now like to share with you a design concept for a subdivision and show how these strategies can help the community become more sustainable, energy independent, and resilient. Let's first begin with a zoomed out macro view of the site and the large-scale design concepts. This 5,000 acre subdivision is a watershed collecting runoff from surrounding areas to the north, northeast, and northwest. Water catchment systems throughout the subdivisions would be a very important design implementation to effectively catch, collect, store, and deter water runoff so that our properties, houses, roads, and gardens are protected from flood and storm washouts. The collected water can then be put to good use. Techniques such as using swales can help greatly to reduce flooding impact, and combining them with correctly placed ponds can help store water on a slope and prevent erosion. On the north end is a high ridge with a higher elevation than the rest of the three subdivisions. This land is endowed with generous potential for wind turbine energy use. To protect the owner's homes and properties in this area from the powerful winds, a very effective strategy is to plant rows of trees as buffers or windbreaks. This barrier of trees can also provide insulating, heating, and cooling for a house placed correctly and in accordance with the sun's path. And of course, incidentally, these rows of trees double as a great privacy screen. Owners in the midsection of the estate are more protected from winds, but have lots of opportunities to catch and store water and build structures on flatter topography with less challenges to their homestead sites. Full-scale, low-maintenance home design sites can develop food and animal production relatively easy, creating abundance for sale and community-supported agriculture. The lower lots contain wetlands and have more downward slopes, providing excellent water storage potential, eliminating the need for drilled wells. These properties will experience an abundance of water, therefore diversion of it comes with a responsibility to protect the health of the collective runoff that invariably will proceed to the rivers below. Using these broad-scale design concepts will allow smaller-scale design concepts to emerge, such as 1. Community-based gardens, food collectives, and private farm markets. The more private and shared gardens there are, the more overall variety of food will be available to the landowners. Shared produce tables at the entrance to all three subdivisions make picking up and dropping off easy. Number 2, community road management, an important collective financial responsibility that all three subdivision landowners share. Randall Arndt, a highly noted specialist in environmentally engineered subdivision planning, has been very successful at demonstrating brilliant, low-impact, cost-cutting techniques to protect the shared roads inside subdivisions. His smart designs protect privacy and heighten aesthetics by implementing sustainable designs such as unique road culverts, shared driveway entrances, curved tree lines, private drives leading up to individual homes that have shared wells, shared power generators, and landscapes that produce both aesthetics and privacy. Number 3, conservation easements. These are legal and permanent easements prohibiting future development and a collective definition of restricted and permissible uses such as bridle and hiking trails, wildlife habitat, and the linking of properties. These ideas would create greenways throughout the subdivision and provide us with miles of recreational trails as well as possible economic benefits and potential tax incentives. Now let's look at a smaller scale design for my site where I am seeking to build a home that will make use of the potentials and limits of my specific site. Since I am in the lowest part of the valley, I have to address the heavy water conditions, which include wetlands and runoff. By using appropriate trees and plants that work well in these conditions, I can help absorb a great deal of this excess water. I also plan to use culverts and swales to redirect excess water into my ponds. I have a unique opportunity to use hydroelectricity in my shared pond with my neighbors, creating less need to bring power lines down to our parcels. Each site has its own unique opportunities for sustainable energy design. For me, because of my time constraints, I have chosen a modular kit home off-the-grid energy system, which is built in a factory in the Northeast and delivered to the site. I would then hire a local builder to install and build the delivered kit house and a local engineer to install the off-the-grid energy system. Prior to the delivery of the kit home, I would hire a land designer to ready the property for proper water drainage and catchment systems, to build berms for protection against wind and water runoff, culverts to drain water sufficiently, and to plant privacy hedges and trees along my curved driveway and along my road frontage. The trees I choose to plant will be crop trees that produce value-added produce such as hickory, and the ponds I am using to collect water and to make energy will be stocked with delicious eating fish. Some additions I would like to make to my site in particular would be rainwater catchment and storage systems, building a house in shaded areas or plant trees for shade, passive solar techniques, hydroelectricity, solar panel energy, solar hot water, backup biogas fueled generators, composting toilets, gray water systems, efficient insulation, efficient wood or pellet burning stoves, cross ventilation ground cooling systems. We hope that by designing good living systems, we can all benefit and prosper by living in them. Here are a few of my recommendations of local builders and designers from the Northeast who specialize in these techniques and are involved in projects such as ours.